Now we on peanut butter watch. So we was on the social medias, right? We were just on the social media the past the past weekend or so, and I saw this little clip going around of Neville Gallimore just running. He was going through the little bag drills, the little.
Let me see if I can pull it up, bro. Let me see if I can.
Will is gonna attempt to pull off some magic on the fly. If he can pull it off, we got flames in the chat.
Got you, bro.
Oh, we got flames in the chat. Okay, goodness. Look. When I saw this clip of Neville Gallimore, right, the first thing that I immediately thought was, man, Neville Gallimore is moving. This big ass character is moving, Master William. And I think that's going to be important to this greater conversation that we have about the D-line, moving forward here, right? The fact that Neville Gallimore is gaining this weight, but he's still able to, be agile, to be quick. He's working on his pass rush and all that type of stuff, right? Now, Will, pull up Peanut Butter Watch, right? Pull up Peanut Butter Watch. For two different reasons, we're going to look at Peanut Butter Watch, and it should be up there. Ladies and gentlemen.
Swole.
God damn. Let me just one time. Because we ain't doing nothing else. Let me just one time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's peanut butter right there. That's off-season peanut butter right there. You know what I mean? I look at this picture, right? And it's on I'll tell y'all where to go find it so we ain't just, you know what I mean? Chuck Smith Training Systems on Instagram is where I found this, right? And it's a very low-key post. It ain't a post that went viral necessarily. Maybe me and Will can tweet this out or something just to get some more eyes on it, but we wanted to get to it first. First of all, let's start with Osa, right? And then we'll get back to Neville. Because I do think Neville is a more pivotal piece to what we're trying to do here, right? Osa Odighizuwa. Now, part of the reason why we're talking about this, Will, still, because I was watching your show this morning. I love to watch your show, especially this time of year. One, because you have a fantastic show, A to Z Dallas in the morning at 8-something Central time or whatever. But boy, I just need to steal topics. I just need to steal topics, keeping it a bean with you. But you guys were talking about Osa Odighizuwa this morning, and you are doing your top player list, or you're ranking your player list for the Cowboys, which is a fantastic idea. We're going to steal that one day to use some content. But you set up the Osa Odighizuwa, pick or ranking with, hey man, this could just be me projecting. This could just be me looking into the future and having a feel of what I think Osa could be. I just wanted to tell you, sir, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong at all. Yes, Osa kind of hit this rookie wall last year in UCLA. He didn't play as many games as you would in the National Football League. And we know that Osa hit that wall because he was tired and exhausted because Neville wasn't around. We just had D-line, we had D-line problems in general, like Tristan Hill was hurt. Yeah. So there wasn't really a big rotation for, Neville to kind of chill and, get his wind up under him. Brent Urban got hurt. Just a lot of bad shit happened that just made that just made Osa have to play. Right. And with them snaps though, you don't look for rookies to be, Micah Parsons year one. That's just rare that he was that, but you look for rookies to show you something. At least, especially a third round pick in Osa Odighizuwa. And shit, he showed us something. He showed us plenty, right? And if you go back to his college film, and y'all can go find my Osa Odighizuwa film session when he was at UCLA, the one thing that blew me away is that he was playing nose, which is 0-on-1 tech, at 285 some odd pounds. In his college body. He comes straight into the league as a 21-year-old. He was a senior ball guy, so probably 21, 22 years old. He was coming into the league in his young man body, and he was playing big boy football at 280 pounds. I don't know if y'all seen this goddamn peanut butter picture that Will Steele just put up on the screen here. But Osa's, not only has he gotten bigger, but he's more swole, but he looks a little toned, doesn't he, Will Steele?
Yeah, he doesn't look like a defensive tackle.
And I think that 3 tech has evolved in that way. You know what I mean? Because Warren Sapp used to be a 3 tech. You know what I mean? But he was one of those bigger characters. Warren Sapp would probably be a one tech in today's game, but three techs are slowly becoming these smaller type guys as defensive ends have become smaller, as outside linebackers have become smaller, right? It's just that the game is just going that way in a smaller and quicker. Now, if Osa Odighizuwa can be powerful as a 280-pound player, right, with his explosiveness, with his quickness, and his wrestling background, which is super important to me now as a draft analyst. I see a kid that wrestle, he got a future. I want to look more into that background. If you know about leverage already, we can book it. I look at where the three tech position is trending, and you know how football is. If you see it one time and it works, you're gonna see other people try to emulate that. Aaron Donald built just like that.
Okay,
I'm not saying
thank you, Voch.
That Osa Odighizuwa is goddamn Aaron Donald. I know some of y'all attention span don't work that well. I know y'all hear something and you cut the rest of the shit off. Don't cut the stream off. What I'm saying is that Aaron Donald's impact. Let me just pick somebody else goddamn name because I don't even want to.
No. Jump on this with me, man. Because I was out here too. So jump in this with me. What we have discovered or just what the league is trying to do with Aaron Donald right now. And you can kind of see the same thing with a guy like, Jeffrey Simmons from Tennessee or whatever. Guys like Rashawn Gary, who's a linebacker, but he gets a lot of sacks from his B-gap play, is you see these dudes that have natural strength, explosiveness, but they're not as big as what three techs used to be. Like they're these more swole characters. It happens with offensive line too. There's a lot more offensive linemen now that look like sort of what they're doing with Tyron than these, bigger huskier fellas than like the Orlando Pacers used to be built, right? It's just that everybody wants to be more athletic. I see Neville Gallimore. He's added weight. He's added swole, but he's kept it slim. I think that's important because if he's going to be three tech, he's going to have to be an explosive up the field kind of dude like that. So he maintains that. Sure, he maintains that, and he becomes more powerful with the weight program and all this. And he's not being weighed down. Plus, he gets the rotational help of I ain't got to play 1 million snaps in a season. Will Steele, I don't disagree with you. I think Osa Odighizuwa is on his way. Now, do I think he's going to have this breakthrough Pro Bowl, lead the league in sacks type shit? No, but we don't need that from Osa. We just need Osa to make plays. We just need Osa to just be who you are in that defense and let Dan Quinn do the rest. We got stars on this defense. We just need our role players to play their role. And if Osa Odighizuwa can baseline give you role player, and I think he'll give you much more than that. If he can baseline give you role play, because Will still loves to play the Eagles film where he just took that shit over by himself. It's my favorite one.
You love playing that film. If we can get that consistently over 17 games, I don't see why Osa Odighizuwa can't be next up. Go ahead, Will.
No, I actually agree with you. But I'll go a step further. Why we don't want to see him, I mean, not want to, I love to see this, but why we don't expect him to be a Pro Bowler, I think unlocking a guy like that on the interior is the final missing infinity stone to the gauntlet.
Yes.
It's the final one. You got your playmaker on the outside. You got your playmaker at safety and J-Ron. You got your playmaker at linebacker, and you got your playmaker at defense end. We've been waiting for that defensive tackle to turn up, and if you do that, I think you unlock an entirely different universe on your defense.
Goddamn, Will. Let me just do this for you, sir. That's for you, sir. Plus, if Malik Hooker stays healthy, then your roof look better. You know what I mean? So and it's one thing to have pieces or to have names. You kind of need a mad scientist to put all this shit together. And Dan Quinn has proven you can give him shit and he'll turn into sugar. You know what I mean? So just imagine what happens if you give him sugar and lemons and water and shit. Like, just imagine what you can get from Dan Quinn when you can mold this player into this. I feel much better about saying this than Aaron Donald, this Grady Jarrett type player that Dan can take and mold and fit in the image of what he was doing or whatever. Or just, pick a guy like a Michael Bennett type guy. Also, they play on the outside a little bit too. Dan just knows how to take these dudes on his D line and make them, pivotal pieces, right? I don't see why we can't do that with Osa.
He takes cast-offs and makes them part of the Black Order, per se.
Sure.
A powerful group that individually you might be able to pick them off, but together, they're tough.
Let me tell you why Neville Gallimore's role is more important than Osa Odighizuwa's role. I think Osa Odighizuwa's role is mostly going to be
of his own merit or whatever, right? Like his role is going to be his role. Like what you're going to do is just going to be like your job or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We know the nature of the one tech position or the nose position, right? We just understand the nature of it. And for the same reason we were looking at guys like Jordan Davis, right? Think about what we were saying about Jordan Davis, coming in the draft process, right? Man, if we can get a dude that's big and strong enough to free everybody up but still athletic enough to pass rush downs, boy, Neville Gallimore on his way. Neville Gallimore, you know what I'm saying? So now we look at Neville Gallimore, who what he like broke his elbow or something in camp or whatever.
Yeah, I think dislocated his elbow.
Neville had to sit down for a little bit, right? And Michael Parsons just tears up the league by himself just without adequate one. It don't matter who was at one tech. Like Justin Hamilton was on the field. We was getting it done. You know what I mean? Like insert miscellaneous cat here. We was getting it done. Bo was on the field. We was getting it done. When Neville Gallimore came back, it almost seemed like Leighton Vander Esch grew wings, right? It almost seemed like everything in that pot just started coming together. We look at things like the end game formation, right? And every now and then they'll take the end game, they'll take 4 or 5 defensive ends, and they'll just put Neville Gallimore in, just to kind of anchor the middle. And Neville Gallimore started busting ass. I mean, look at the Washington game. This is the clip right here. He picked Buddy up and dropped him on top of Taylor Heineke. Just we just started seeing shit like this, right? And then Neville hit his "I've been out the whole season" wall, right? Yeah. Just like Osa hit his rookie wall or whatever. But just think about the idea of also this too, Will. Still, let me not get ahead of myself. Neville was in a bit of I don't want to say like a la land, but he was in this dead zone in terms of what he actually plays last year, right? Because he was still 3-tech/1 tech guy, right? And to be fair, Osa had like a 3-tech/1 tech guy in him. But what I think these two offseason peanut butter moves is I think you lock these dudes down into certain positions. Yeah. We look at Osa Odighizuwa and how he's built now. We go, okay, Osa's playing some 3-tech. That's clear. We look at Neville Gallimore, who put on 15 pounds last year, who puts on an additional 15 pounds this year, or 10 to 15 pounds this year. And Will, that's why I think it was so important that you played the video for us leading this thing off, that we still saw the quickness, we still saw the movement, we still saw, that thing that we saw from Neville at Oklahoma, right? If you take Neville Gallimore, look at this. Just look at this shit. That's 300 what? That's
about 318, 320, yeah.
318, 320. That's 318, 320 moving. You understand what I'm saying? So you take a dude with size, with power, but now you got 2 defensive tackles, Will, still in our mind. We don't know what's going to happen with Chauncey. We don't know what's going to happen with Bowen Ridgeway. They got packages and shit. We don't know what's going on with them. But just in my mind, as football guy, what makes sense to me, Osa and Neville are probably your first guys out there. They're probably going to be even. 100%. They're probably going to be even front guys, which is 4-3, 4-2 stuff, dime, nickel, whatever, right? If Osa's going to be your full-time 3 or your starting 3, Neville's going to be your starting nose. And from both those dudes, you get stoutness in the run game. You get quickness. You get power. You get speed. You get peanut butter. And they can rush the passer.
It's the final infinity stone. I'm telling you.
Now, see, Will, when I start talking like this, they love to say, "Oh, Voch on that Kool-Aid again." Voch being a homer.
Because you didn't say that's what's going to happen. You said if these things happen, how can anybody argue that? Right?
Sure.
Like you could argue that the defensive tackle position is the most important position that needs to level up to make this defense go to another level. Right? Mm-hmm. And I thought it was very important that Neville told Jane Slater, and this isn't a joke. Neville told Jane.
What did he say? What did he say to Jane? What did he say?
Jane didn't tell me this, so I know how y'all get in this chat. Okay, Jane told the world this on Twitter that Neville told her that I'm focused on becoming a better run defender, and I'm paraphrasing here, and I think that's vital. Because I think he sees his role now, like you said, have a defined role. He sees his role. Okay, I know I could have been that pass rushy 3-tech type of guy, but they need me to be a 1-tech. They need me to be a run defender more. And then if I can get to the passer, cool. I'd rather Neville rack up the tackles for loss, cause a bunch of car accidents at the line of scrimmage and make running backs reroute, create lanes for the linebackers than get me 5-6 sacks and everything else is okay. I'd rather him be great at the other things and then give me about 2-3 sacks. I'm cool with that. Let Osa eat over there. Let Chauncey eat over there. D-Law when he slides in. Micah when he blitzes up the B-gap. If these two guys can harness their powers at their respective positions, I'm telling you, man, it's a different type of universe for this defense.